Hello coaches, welcome to Sprint to Diamond. Do not skip over this video. Watch it unless you'd like feeling like Moses wandering around in the desert for 40 years without any direction or purpose. Otherwise, stick around. So the Sprint to Diamond I got from other self-made millionaire Team Beachbody coaches. I went through their course. Who wouldn't want to learn through self-made millionaire Beachbody coaches? And the first week of the 2-week course, I was in Success Club. By the second week, I was on my way to Success Club 10. Pretty cool, right? So I recommend starting this on a Monday, probably the first Monday of the month. That way you can get into Success Club before the month is halfway over. Pretty cool thing to do that. Then you got the rest of the month to go further or whatever. So here's the deal. You're going to want to start doing prerequisite stuff, ideally a couple of days or whatever beforehand. So if you're starting on Monday, then say Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you're doing the prerequisite stuff. Not that it takes a lot of time, but I don't know how much time availability that you have. So no matter how busy you are, you should be able to get it done. For a lot of you, you might be able to get it done within like a day. It shouldn't take that long. But the prerequisite stuff is really going to give you an idea of where to go to get certain information that you're going to need as you need it. You need to know what resources and tools are available to you, or here's a good analogy. Imagine trying to build a house and you don't have basic tools to do it. It's going to be really difficult, if not impossible. So you need to know where your tools and resources are, and that's the purpose of the prerequisite stuff and the 7-day quick start guide, which you can do really, really fast. Okay, so moving right along after that, I've also got direction in these files for you to invite people before you even start. So like Saturday and Sunday, you can start inviting people. And I got the script already in there for you. In fact, I'll read it for you really quickly. But it looks something like this. I did this and it worked really well. And this is something I actually came up with. I didn't get this from the Self-Made Millionaires. I sort of added this and it worked out really good. But I basically private messaged a bunch of people before I would start this thing on Monday. And I said, hey, first name, would you be interested in a 3-week clean eating and fitness plan? I'm starting June 20th. I wanted to give you first dibs before I post it on my public timeline tomorrow for everyone else to see. So that's basically, I'm letting them know that I'm posting this thing out there tomorrow on my public timeline, and before I go public, I wanted to reach out to you and give you first dibs. So I gave a lot of people first dibs before I put it public, and I got a lot of really great positive responses. In fact, just that one thing alone might have been enough to put me in Success Club. I'm not sure, but I continued the course, and it was really good. Okay, so the next thing is going to be, I want to show you some of the resources now in this video. So as you're going through the prerequisite document, I talk about YouTube in there. Endless training for anything. You want to know something, there's so many coaches and there's so many people, not just in Beachbody, but just in network marketing in general, different great trainers that have created their fortunes in this industry. Inviting people, you stink at it, go there and look up how to invite into Beachbody, how to invite to Beachbody coaching, how to run a Beachbody challenge group, how to, whatever it is that you're struggling with, go to YouTube. YouTube is an endless, wonderful resource. So is Google.com. You need to know about those things and know to use them. Your coach online office. Get in touch with your upline coach about that. But basically your coach online office is where you can track your business. And in the beginning, don't overwhelm yourself. There's so much information in the coach online office. It would be really easy for you to be like, oh, I got to learn all this stuff like now, and then you'll freeze and quit. The only thing that you really should know about right now, if you're brand new, is that you have one. So go log in, check it out, and just look at the first front page, and you'll see like there's going to be a little notification area on the left column. You got new customers or coaches or emails or whatever is happening, new volume, it's going to show up there. And then as that happens, get in touch with your coach, and that'll be a perfect opportunity to learn more about that stuff. But in the meantime, keep your focus on profit-producing activities, and learning all about your coach online office day one is not a profit-producing activity. So don't stress it, don't worry about it. Peacefulness. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about that for now. The quick start, I said a little bit about something, but you need to know what's available for you, and that's going to help you with that, doing the quick start stuff. 5-step invitation process. That is one that I use, and it's been derived, it's a hodgepodge of many different other coaches' processes that I've seen. And I also want to encourage you, you don't have to do this right now, but in the future, go out there, see what other coaches are doing for their invitation processes, the ones that are doing really well, so be careful with that. The ones that are doing really well are people you want to learn from. This is one I've been using. It seems to work pretty good, so I think you're gonna dig it too. And I'm not gonna go over it in this video. I want you to open it up and study it and look at it. Share attractive content with magnetic pull. That's another resource I put on here for you. So that's basically a YouTube video playlist I've got of dozens of different videos, short videos I've made about all kinds of different strategies for creating, posting, sharing attractive content on your Facebook timeline or other social media with a really good magnetic pull. And when you're doing these posts, by the way, you need to ask yourself two questions. After you create the post, before you click post or share or whatever the button is, before it goes out there, I want you to look at it and honestly ask yourself, number one, does this sound salesy? If the answer is yes, don't post it. Something's got to change. And then the second question you want to ask yourself, does this sound like me, truly, authentically me? If the answer is yes, cool. So that's the test. Before anything goes out, you got to ask yourself those two questions. Does this sound salesy? No, it doesn't sound salesy. Okay, you passed that one. Does this sound truly like me? Yes. Okay, cool. Now it can go. You can post it. And I want you to always do that until it becomes part of your subconscious. Eventually you won't have to do that, but in the beginning, it can be pretty difficult. I mean, this is a reconditioning of the brain. And sometimes that takes some time to create those habits. But once that becomes a habit, you'll be able to do it in your sleep and it won't sound salesy and it'll sound truly like yourself, and that's a beautiful thing. But in the beginning, be consciously asking yourself those two questions. And no matter how much I communicate that, I always see coaches, regardless, they're going to post some salesy garbage looking stuff on their timeline and make what we do just kind of look like garbage. So don't do that. Take that real seriously. I'm sure even still there's going to be somebody that is going to be all salesy and weird, but don't let that person be you, okay? All right, the next resource I'm looking at is how to find amazing friends on Facebook. And some of this might change as time goes on and I find better resources. So don't let this throw you if it doesn't match up identically with what you're seeing in the documents with the resources. But this particular video at the moment, a fellow coach did, that is actually very relevant to how Facebook works right now for finding people and making new friends. So it's a great video. And if this one doesn't do it for you, then again, YouTube. Go to YouTube and say, how to make friends on Facebook, how to connect with people on Facebook, and you'll find endless tutorials. And it doesn't even have to be by a training that a Beachbody coach made. It could just be somebody who doesn't have a business at all of any kind. They just love making new friends on Facebook and teaching people how to do it. Just learn how to make new friends on Facebook. But here's the video I got for you right now that is working pretty good. And then I also put a resource for getting organized. I did that one a few years ago. And that video has always been relevant. It always will be relevant, I believe. It's so relevant today. Because here's the deal. Most of you have full-time jobs and a few part-time jobs on top of that. And you got kids and a family. And then you throw this on top of all of that. Because, well, you were smart enough to know that this could be the way for you to get some free time. The antidote to having no free time and your time just constantly pushed around and at the demands of other people. So you saw, congratulations, you saw this as an antidote to that, for one thing, because most people who are so busy think that this is going to make it even worse, and that's not true. This can be used, people use this to create more free time. This is the antidote to that. So getting organized, that's some really great help I gave you in that little getting organized video. And I'm telling you, getting organized could literally be like night and day for your business. There's some people that they weren't making anything but maybe chicken feed in their business until they got organized, and it took them from chicken feed paychecks to 6- and 7-figure paychecks. I mean, that was the difference. It's that important. So those are a few basic, simple resources I put together for you. And now, last but not least, don't skip over this either. I want to give you guys some clarity as you get started. Okay, so you're going to use, whatever Monday, look at the weekend before that, the Friday, Saturday, Sunday going into the Monday, to go and get familiar with those resources. But then I also want you to start looking at and mapping out in your brain what your first few days is going to look like as you actually officially get started on Monday after the prerequisite stuff and getting familiar with the resources. So like on maybe Saturday and Sunday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, whatever, you made that little invitation to people. Hey, before I go to public, I thought I'd give you first dibs. Would you be interested? Remember that one? So now it comes Monday. And yeah, here we go. So you're going to invite 15 people per day, every day for 14 days via private message or phone. I did it private message. That's where I'm strong, so I do it there. If you're stronger on the phone, build on your strengths, okay? That's how you grow faster. My message was basically, hey, first name, would you be interested in a 3-week clean eating and fitness challenge I'm starting June 20th? I've got this all written down for you guys. And below that, you'll see the invitation process example. I've got a link to that. And then you're going to see a timetable in there, a specific time of day on Monday that you want to make your coming out post. That's what I call it, coming out post. And then I have an example of some different coming out posts that you can use. You're going to see lots of different examples in that document I've attached. So Monday that's your start date. You're going to get started inviting 15 people every day. That's a new habit you're going to form. Every day you invite 15 people like clockwork, right? And then your post that you're going to do just one time is going to be your coming out post. I got all this mapped out for you, so you don't have to remember this, but the video is going to help make some clarity out of all this for you. So that's all you're going to do Monday. Invite 15 people and your coming out post, which is going to be an evening time post. So now people are going to see it, your coming out post. And then day 2, it's going to be Tuesday. You're going to invite 15 people because that's your new daily habit, inviting 15 people. And in the morning, I've got it all mapped out for you. You're going to do a before and after post. Like a before, or if you're brand new, maybe you don't have a before and after post. You've just got like the before, which is your current. I've got you covered. Just look at this document or this page or whatever you're looking at that has this whole thing mapped out. And you'll see the corresponding training for where you're at. Whether you're just starting or you do have a before and after already. There's a place for you, believe me. And you're going to private message each person that liked, commented, or shared your coming out post from the day before. So that post you did on Monday, on Tuesday, you're going to follow up with all those people that liked, commented, shared, whatever. And I have the script that you can use for that in this document. So I'm not going to go over that in this video. You'll see it in the document. If you don't see it, let someone know. Get some help. Let's see here. And then noon, you're going to post a recipe, a picture of your food, a video of you making something, or a workout or something fun. Just make it fun and attractive and real. And evening time, some kind of a motivational quote post. So you got variety there. And then basically things are going to repeat at that point. Day 3, Wednesday, you're going to follow up with everybody that liked, commented, shared on your before and after post, or your before and current post if you're brand new. And you're going to post a sweaty picture or a video of you working out or something fun like that. Noon, you're going to do another recipe post, a picture of your food or a video of you making something. And at nighttime, it's going to be a motivational quote post. Cool, right? And from there, it kind of just repeats itself with a few little nuances here and there so that there's really good variety. Like on day, for example, so that's not completely repetitive, day 4, you're going to be posting, you're going to share a story. Share something about your journey, your progress, your family, be vulnerable, be real, add value. You're going to do that a couple times a week, but for the most part, it's going to be pretty repetitious. You got your startup thing, like day 1, you're posting, what was it? Day 1, you are posting your coming out post, and day 2, you're going to follow up with everybody who liked, commented, and shared on your coming out post, but then you're also going to post your before and after on day 2, and then day 3, you're going to follow up with everybody that liked, commented, shared on your before and after post. But on all those days, you're also going to be inviting 15 new people. So it's a combination of you planting seeds and attracting people to you with your posts. So the combination of those two things makes this happen much faster versus if you only rely on you planting seeds, you going out there and inviting people, it's going to grow more. You can do it, it'll take more time. So if you're really stressed to create more freedom in your life more quickly, you need to be doing both and not just planting seeds. Vice versa, if you're only sharing content and your only strategy, this is typically the slowest of all 3 of these strategies, by the way, but if your strategy is, I'm just going to post attractive content and let people come to me That's the slowest way to build it. That's going to take the most time. It might be 6 months until you start to tread any water, just so you know. It could be 6 months to a year until you start to gain some traction doing it that way. But if you're doing the attractive content, it's not salesy, you're being your true self and you're following the schedule, getting people to come to you, attracting people that way, and you're planting seeds by inviting people every day, like 15 people every day, doing both those two things every day, you are going to grow it much more quickly than you will if you're only doing one or the other. So that's the reason for that. And just continue to follow the schedule all the way to day 14. And then at day 14, guess what? You can repeat this and start it all over again. Why not? And you can do it once a month, or you can do it, if you repeat it, it's going to be about twice a month. It just depends on how fast you want to get to whatever your goals are, for whatever reasons your goals are so important. Just depends. I mean, it's kind of common sense. Like if you keep doing it back to back to back to back to back, you're going to grow more quickly. You'll create freedom for yourself and create impact and contribution more quickly. If you only do it once a month, that's totally cool too. It's just, theoretically going to take a little bit longer. And it's all good, whatever pace you want to go at. And you get organized, like I was talking about earlier. You will be able to fit this into your day no matter how busy you are. In fact, you're going to find ways to fit this into your day without having to take extra time out to do this for the most part. For a lot of you, you won't have to take any extra time out because you're already spending 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe an hour on Facebook a day that isn't doing anything to create freedom for yourself and for your family and impact and contribution. So for most of us, this actually requires that we take no time outside of our lives because we're already on Facebook and social media. We're just going to repurpose how we are spending that time on social media in a way that's in alignment with what's important to us. So that's pretty cool. So that is all I want to say on this video. Watch this again. I recommend it because it's super important, even if this video was 17 minutes and 10 seconds long. And I've got tons more social media training on my website, by the way, fireyourboss.xyz, not .com.xyz, fireyourboss.xyz. And you got YouTube, you got all your resources. So let's go. Sprint to diamond. And as you do it, then you can be the proof, the people that you want to invite into the business that, hey, this works. This is what I did. It's all mapped out for you, so you don't have to come in here wondering what to do. You just follow what I did. I didn't know what I was doing. I just followed directions. I can follow directions, and it built this business, and I know you can follow directions, so you can do it too. Word it however you want to. Point being, you're faithful with this 14-day sprint to diamond, even if you don't make it to diamond. Let's say you're emerald. Let's say you got a couple $100 coming to you already from the first couple weeks. That's pretty friggin' sweet. And you're gonna be able to go out there and say to anybody, hey, in the first couple weeks, or whatever, the first month, whatever it is, I started making money already and good things are happening and I'm losing weight from the product. The product is making me healthy and the business is fixing my finances, and I figure in a year or 2 or 3, I'm gonna be able to quit my job and this is already working. All I'm doing is following directions. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't think I had any time. I didn't think I had any money. Whatever the case may be, you can totally use it to relate to whoever you're talking about that's got their doubts about if they're gonna have the time, if they're gonna have the money, if they're gonna have the expertise, know-how, sales ability, which obviously it's none of those things. I don't know sales. I don't have expertise. I was a D student in school. I don't know if you were, but I was. But you know what? It didn't matter. I just followed these directions and I got a paycheck and I'm getting healthy. It's pretty cool. And all these lives are changing. It's pretty cool. Would you like to do this with me? So that's the importance of being faithful with this, because you can be proof that not only the products work, but the business model works. And you get that by being faithful. So it's super important. All right, this video is long enough. 19 minutes. You can do this. Let's do this together. We rise by lifting others. Remember that. We rise by lifting others. Bye for now.